Do I get to use this? This isn't on.
An hour.
Turn it on.
I feel special, but is it sound any different?
No.
Test it. How do you make it work? Oh, it is working.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Danielle. I wrote some stuff. Hopefully it's enough to fill this hour. If not, feel free to ask me any question. I don't even care. Math problems, vocabulary, it's fine. Hey, capitals. My name is Danielle, for those of you who don't know me. I am a professional YouTuber. Weird, right? I have two YouTube channels, youtube.com/TradeChat, which currently has over 200,000 subscribers. It's a couple. And I do videos about World of Warcraft and League of Legends and my cats.
League of Legends.
That's a real key to success on YouTube is cat videos. May 31st, 2009 is the day that I uploaded my first video. It is awful. Please don't watch it.
I'll make sure to do.
On July 20th of 2010, I was presented with an opportunity to do a video with Vsauce, which at the time had like 10 subscribers. And I made this really funny video where I called Justin Bieber a girl. And it went super viral. Apparently people are really into dissing Justin Bieber. That's a thing that I learned. And so that was a huge break for me because I had never really had more than 23,000 views on a video. Called Justin Bieber a girl, 2.6 million. It was really insane. That video actually led me to get casted on the PlayStation Network show, The Tester. Which, for those of you who don't know, which I'm sure most of you don't because my YouTube channel gets more views than that show does. It's a competition reality show where I think it's 11, 9, 11, I don't know, an odd number of people compete to become a video game tester with PlayStation. How that is a prize, I'm not really sure. I lost, it's fine. I came in fifth. And I kept making YouTube videos. I ended up getting an opportunity to do videos for WoWinsider.com. For those of you who are World of Warcraft fans, it's a really big World of Warcraft fan site. And I get to do the recaps every week, and that's a fun time. And shortly after I started making the recaps for WoWinsider.com, I was casted to be on a television show called King of the Nerds. I'm much nicer in real life than I appear on the television. There needs to be a warning there, but it's okay. I guess no publicity is bad publicity. Kind of. I don't. That's what they keep telling me. I don't know. So I was on that show. That was a thing. Now I'm here. I also make videos for surrender@20.net. If any of you guys are League of Legends fans, that's me with the pink hair. It's a striking resemblance. So that's the thing that I do. So I guess I'm here to teach you, which kind of a sick topic because I know nothing, Jon Snow. Like I said earlier, I really lucked into this. There's no secret to getting a ton of subscribers or a ton of views, except call Justin Bieber a girl. That works, I hear. But there's not a secret. People tell me all the time, how did you get so many subscribers? How do you get so many views? Why do you watch this stuff? I really don't know. I guess I found a niche that hadn't been filled it. I guess that's kind of good advice. The first thing you need to do is decide what your videos are going to be about. You can't really just go in blindly and, hey guys, what do you want me to make? Because I don't know, because they don't know. That's why they're watching and not making. If they knew, they'd be making. So you need to figure out what you want to make your videos about. And it needs to be something that you are knowledgeable about, or something that you're really interested in, something that you want to learn, something that's kind of captivating for both you and the audience. You have to be yourself. Don't be what you think people want you to be. Don't try to impress people. Just be yourself. And you'd be surprised how many people are weird just like you are. It's kind of the beauty of YouTube. Normal people don't make it. You kind of have to be a weirdo because we're all kind of like the outcasts of the internet, I feel. And we're all there to kind of connect with other people. That's what's so awesome about it. So be yourself. Don't try to impress anybody. Don't try to be anybody that you're not. Just go with it. Just go with what you are. This is another big thing. It's okay to draw inspiration from other YouTubers. Don't copy. Don't say, oh, that's a great idea. I'm going to do that too. That's copy. Somebody already does that. That's the niche that they've built. It's okay if you want to do something similar or draw inspiration from it, but try not to copy people because people will call you out on it too, which is never fun. And like I said earlier, don't ask your audience what they want to see. It's okay to be like, should I make video A or video B next? But don't just outright be like, I don't know what I should do. Do you know what I should do? Because it's almost off-putting for an audience person to be like, well, why am I watching this person? They don't even know what they're doing at all. And it's okay if you don't know what you're doing, just wing it. Hi, that's what I'm doing right now. Another thing. So say you've had a YouTube channel for like 5 years that you've just been liking and watching, and there's a lot of people in here. Hey, everybody.
Back to me.
Heck in. If you had, thanks, I needed that. If you've had a YouTube channel that you've been using just to watch videos and like and favorite and all sorts of stuff like that, but say it has a weird name like Baby Girl XOXO6942, no one is going to remember that name. And it's not going to be relevant to whatever you're making on YouTube. God, I hope not with a name like that. Make a new channel that is dedicated to your videos that has a relevant and catchy name. TradeChat, World of Warcraft. See what I did there? See what I did? I did that. Then go ahead and make a Facebook and a Twitter and a Tumblr and an Instagram. Steal every social media, because let me tell you, if you don't get it, someone else will. And then you'll be arguing with someone on Twitter and you're like, give me my name. And they're like, no. And then you'll have the name TradeCat for 2 months. Nah, I'm not seeing anything like that happen, but it could, it did. Consistency is a huge thing with YouTube, and it's not just when you upload, but what you upload, how you upload it, the pace that you're talking. People kind of want to know what to expect. I mean, it's okay to have surprises and jokes and things that aren't expected, but if you have a scheduled video on Wednesday, it's pretty important that you stick to the Wednesday. It's fine. I'm not mad about it. Consistency is very important. It's very important to have consistent content. The type of videos that you make are fairly consistent, and when you make them is consistent. And it's also, don't be surprised if you take a 6-month break from YouTube and then when you come back, nobody watches your videos because they thought you died. It's the internet, you're gone for 5 minutes and you're dead. let's take it aside for a second. One time, this I won't name what message board it was, but a message board decided it would be really funny to convince my audience that I was dead. Wow. So for 2 days, they went over all of my videos and wrote like RIP and like we're linking fake photoshopped obituaries. So really, don't let yourself go for a few days because, well, not a few days, but you know what I mean. Don't go an inconsistent or next thing you know, you'll be dead. You'll be like, wow, I had no idea that I died. Pay attention to your analytics. YouTube has a tool. When you go into settings, you can see your analytics. You can see when you gain subscribers, when you lose subscribers, when you get a lot of views, when you don't get a lot of views, and you need to match up what happened to cause those numbers. Now, the day that I got the most subscribers ever was the day I started doing Star Under 20 videos, which was actually very exciting for me to find out because it was something I really wanted to do, and it really benefited me in the long run. The day I lost the most subscribers I ever lost, I did a video called The Best Wow Jokes Ever. Has anybody seen it by any chance?
Yes.
I actually lost a lot of subscribers that day, like 1,500. But the video got 600,000 views, so I probably shouldn't sweat it, right? It's kind of one of those things. You have to pay attention to that, because if you're getting a lot of views somewhere, you're getting a lot of subscribers, that's a good thing to like run with. Find it and run with it. I'm just gonna sing in between topics. I hope you're doing all right. So this is, I don't even want to talk about this, but you really got to be prepared for the internet. Whether you have 2 subscribers or 200,000 subscribers, the internet is a dark pit of doom. I mean, there's trolls, and you know, I don't mind trolls. I'm not the type of person that accuses everybody of trolling. I think trolling is actually quite humorous. The people that go to your videos and they say, I like to lay on the ground and pretend I'm a carrot. And that's funny. I'm not mad about that, because they're not insulting me. Granted, it's a random and off topic and has nothing to do with anything, and then it's always the top rated comment. Yes, we all like to be carrots sometimes. But then there's a whole other side that's bullying, and it happens, and it's something that you have to learn to deal with, because no matter who you are, if you put up an internet video, someone will say something that will hurt your feelings. Like, it will. They won't even know, and you think when they write these comments, like, how did they know that that was going to touch my heart? I mean, people can be brutal, and you have to develop really thick skin. You have to learn to brush it off. You have to remind yourself that these people don't know you. They're basing you on content that really doesn't reflect you as a person. Like, I am not World of Warcraft recaps, I know. Shocking. But you have to really learn how to deal with that, because if you don't, you're not going to make it. It's just, you'll You'll be manic depressive. That was the next thing I'm going to talk about, is not to let the YouTube comments dictate your confidence. Because you might get these awesome comments that are like, oh my God, I love you so much, you're so funny, you're so pretty, you're so awesome, you just ran into the screen and it didn't even break. God, how do you do all these things? Those people don't know you any more than the people that told you to go kill yourself. And you have to remind yourself of that, because if you are getting your confidence from the good comments, that means you're going to feel equally as bad from the bad comments. You have to remember they're commenting on your video and nothing more, and you have to leave it at that. Otherwise, you're going to be a maniac. You're going to need medication or something. I don't know. The next thing I wanted to talk about was setting goals for your channel. And I don't want to like make this seem like, okay, I want to get this many views, or I want to get this many subscribers. Your success shouldn't be measured in views or subscribers. You should constantly be striving to make better content. I watch my old videos and I don't get why anybody watches them. They're horrible. The quality is bad, the sound is bad. That Vsauce video that went super viral, there's a box fan going in the background. Why would anybody watch a video where there's a box fan in the background? It sounds horrible. It sounds like I'm in a wind tunnel. Not good. Things are not good there. So those are the types of things like, okay, well, this video was a little too short. Next time I need to make it a little longer. My intro doesn't really fit my content. I'm going to make a new intro. Last time I was a little bit out of focus. I'm going to work on the settings of my camera and get it in focus. Those are the things you should be working on, because the truth is, if your quality is awesome and you're consistent, you will succeed. It's not about anything but that. It really isn't. If you want to collab with another YouTuber, this is a thing that I deal with a lot. A lot of people send me messages, a lot, that's just like, hey, check out my videos, aren't they awesome? No. And number one, I'm only one person. I can't look at 100 random videos every day. Number two, it's almost a little bit off-putting when it's not relevant to the content that you make. It feels like you're kind of getting used a little bit. You're much more likely to get noticed by that big YouTuber by making a video response that is relevant. I'm not saying to make a video response where you're like, I loved your video, it was really good, and I told all my friends about it, and I'm going to watch it every day. That's not what I mean, but say they made a video about surfing, and you know how to surf. Go ahead and make a video of you surfing and be like, hey, isn't this cool, and it's relevant, and we have this thing in common, and don't you like it? And maybe they'll approve that on their video, and then you'll get some of their audience. That's a much better way to go about it. Also, when you're looking to collab with other YouTubers, I always recommend that people shoot for other YouTubers within 25% of the same amount of subscribers or views that they get, because that's going to be a mutually beneficial arrangement. If someone has 1 million subscribers and someone has 14, the 1 million subscriber person is not going to get anything out of that. And the truth is, it is a business. It has to be mutually beneficial. It's important. And I mean, there are exceptions where once in a while someone will kind of get piggybacked. But it's not often, it's very rare, and there's usually a friendship in place before that happens. But if you're collaborating with people that are within your same audience numbers, view numbers, you could theoretically double the amount of subscribers that you have, double the amount of views that you have. If you pick people that have content similar to yours, they're going to get benefited out of it, you're going to get benefit out of it, everybody's happy. A good way to collab with other people. Right. It's still alive and kicking. I'm gonna move up here. This is too close for you guys. This is a little too intense. Okay. No problem. It's really hot right here. What is that?
Air projector.
That thing. That thing. If you don't have a YouTube network, a network is, there's a lot of different options. You can be partnered directly through YouTube, which apparently happens now. You zoom with me over there?
Yeah.
Listen, I'll hold you responsible if you messed anything up.
Nope.
Okay.
Just making sure you look good.
Thank you. Well, I haven't slept in like 36 hours, so there's going to be some heavy editing going on, I'm sure. If I seem slightly delirious, it's because I am. If you don't have a YouTube network, it's definitely something you should look into getting. There's a couple options. You can go directly through YouTube, which you have to apply to be a YouTube partner. I personally got denied about 27 times. I got denied until I had over 10,000 subscribers. I don't know how that works now, because this was 3.5 years ago, but I didn't have ads on my videos. I wasn't rev sharing or anything like that for a year. I was partnered with Machinima for a short amount of time, and when my contract expired, I'm now contracted with Maker Studios, The Game Station, Polaris, RPM. my favorite network, obviously. It's who I'm with now. I've had nothing but good experiences with them. It's a great community to be a part of. They offer a bunch of free music. If you are interested, if you have a channel and you want to try to sign up for RPM, tinyurl.com/getanetwork. So I know. So that's a really good idea because then you can connect with other YouTubers. You can see how many views you're getting. You can see how many subscribers they have, and you can see if that's going to be a beneficial partnership for you, as well as you get the royalty free music and don't have to worry about copyright strikes. All right, what do we get now? Oh, and this is my last topic. So super good at preparation. Do not make a YouTube channel with the sole intent of making money or being famous, because it happens to the people that didn't want it to happen, didn't expect it to happen, didn't aim for it to happen. I started YouTube as a hobby. I made weird videos in my garage about World of Warcraft, and I wasn't even very good at it, but I wouldn't go away no matter how negative those comments were, no matter how mean people were. I liked making videos, and damn it, I was going to keep making videos. And now it's been 4 years, I was on TV, so screw those guys. But it really should be something that you enjoy doing. It's a great creative outlet, and it can be an awesome experience to get legitimate, constructive criticism of how you can make your channel, how you can make your content better. If you go into it looking to be rich and famous, it's going to be reflected in your content, and people aren't going to be drawn to you. People are drawn to people that are passionate and exciting and weird. And everybody wants to be rich and famous. That's not weird. That's just the thing. So that's all I got. Anybody have some questions? I would love to answer questions. Brianne.
I have a question for you. So it was great because I was trying to tell some of my girls that they can't expect to have this happen overnight, and I looked because oh my God, hide from stones being thrown. I had not seen anything that you had done. I mean, I knew of you.
That's okay. I'm weird. It's fine.
I know weird, but I'm always so wrapped up in my own world that I don't ever have time. Like you're watching all these YouTube videos, you can't. So, but I was trying to tell some of the girls they can't expect this to happen overnight, and then I noticed like your first one was like a long time ago.
And it was awful. It's real bad.
So, about how long did it take? Are you doing consistent?
I became what I would consider a professional YouTuber, meaning that I didn't have like a day job in November of 2011.
And that was probably at least 2 years after you started.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I started in May of 2009.
See, that's what
And the year up before that I was working very hard because I was producing about the same amount of content I am now, only with a full-time job.
Wow.
So it requires a lot. You don't have a boss telling you what to do. There's no one setting deadlines. There's no one demanding anything of you. You have to inspire this motivation from yourself to get up, get dressed, put pants on, and film a video. And those of you who watch my videos know I never make it to the pants part. I'm dressed from here up, pajamas from there down. It's a bad good habit. Back to shirt.
Do you ever look at some of your old videos and think they're so terrible that you want to take them down?
I have taken videos down. I try not to. If it's just that it's a bad video, but it's still relevant to the type of videos that I make, I will leave it up. I did try to go in a couple other directions. Like, I don't know if any of you guys watch, like, Nim or, like, Ember Isolte or anybody who does, like, the WoW parody songs. But for a little while, I was like, I'm going to do WoW parody songs. I can't sing. So to avoid potential enormous embarrassment, I took down the couple videos that I ventured into that field because they were, like, legitimately speaker-breaking painful. But I try not to. I kind of think it's a cowardly move to not allow people to show how much you've grown. If people only saw the content I have now, they wouldn't know how far I've really come. So I do try to leave even the really bad ones up. In fact, I've relabeled a couple of them, like, LOL, this video is so terrible. Downrate this video, what a noob. But I do try really hard not to take them down, regardless of how awful, terrible, bad they are. Brownie.
Other than the tips that you've given, do you have any tips for like a small YouTuber? Like I have like 100-something subscribers. Do you have any tips for like a small YouTuber?
Now, what are you looking to do? Are you looking to like, grow your channel?
Yeah.
I would, if you're getting over 1,000 views a month, you could sign up for RPM. If you're not, I would definitely reach out to other people who do similar content to you who are under 500 subscribers and see if they're willing to cross-promote, because that might help you out. You might be able to find someone who does something similar to what you do, and you guys can kind of bounce ideas and videos off of each other. That might be a very beneficial thing for you. What kind of videos do you make?
Video game Let's Plays.
Let's Plays? Do you do a face cam when you do it?
No.
You might want to try that. I noticed that people like to really see those genuine reactions. Like if you're playing a scary game, for instance, like hearing like, ah! And seeing, ah! It's like a lot different. It's hilarious to see someone get scared, or to see someone get excited, or to see someone celebrate when they do something awesome, or get really pissed off when they die. So that might be a good idea to try out. Anybody else? Black sweatshirt. Hoodie.
I'm Brian.
What do you think about the current state of YouTube and the future state? Because I've been following YouTube since like 2008, and like I've seen it grow, and I never really got into it. But like now it just seems like something fun to do. But it just seems like everyone's trying to make it like everyone's trying to make it on YouTube, and it's just like there's so many more videos than there were before, and there's so many new.
Absolutely, there's definitely way more competition than there was 3-4 years ago. Like I said, I think the biggest piece of advice I can offer someone who wants to create a YouTube channel is do it for fun, do it as a hobby, and make videos that you would want to make, that you would want to watch. If you wouldn't watch it, why would anybody else? So just make videos that you think, try to improve upon what other people are doing. Like I said, not necessarily copying their ideas, but if someone's doing a Let's Play and you're like, you know, that would be a lot better if they did the Let's Play this way, try that out, see how that goes. But again, you can't really start a YouTube channel with the intention of getting enormous, because it's not a realistic, I mean, there can only be so many people at the top. And that's not to say you couldn't be one of them, because you very well could. It's just a matter of finding a niche that hasn't been filled, finding something that someone is not doing yet, being unique, being creative, and having a lot of fun with doing it. Because like I said, if it's something that you're dreading, people feed off of that energy, and they know that you don't want to do it. So.
And back to the first question, what do you think about the current state of YouTube?
Well, I would be looking more at format than like, it's hard for me to gauge what it would be like to be a new YouTuber right now, because I've been doing it for so long. I can't fathom how hard it would be to start up right now. But again, I don't even know if it's necessarily so hard, because you also have the flip side of there being a way bigger community of people. When I started doing World of Warcraft videos, the only people who did World of Warcraft videos were Hobbs, who did chain pulls of like Scarlet Monastery, and he'd pull as many people as he could on his paladin, and then there were like the WoW rappers, and then there were little old me. So I mean, in the same sense, while it may have been a benefit that there wasn't people doing what I was doing at the time, you also were going in with maybe 20 people doing something really similar, that you could be a real part of a community, make friends. Some of the best friends I've had in my whole life have been friends that I've made on YouTube. So maybe you need to look at success in a different way. Scott!
What YouTubers do you watch?
You know, I'm bad. I really don't watch YouTube. I watch, like, part of the reason I don't really watch YouTube is because sometimes you'll just accidentally pick up on the linguistics of people that you watch a lot, and then people will accuse you of copying them. So the really only YouTube channel that I watch is like the Young Turks, which is like a Democratic news. I really, or I'll watch like one of my really good friends is Crendor, Wow Crendor. I usually watch his videos because we're buddies and we'll like and favorite each other's stuff to try to help each other out. But to be honest, I really don't watch a lot of YouTube. And I work a lot. Like when I'm not working, I try to actually play video games. So I know that sounds really, I just don't have a lot of downtime in my life.
Also, have you tried live streaming before, on like Twitch or something?
Yes, I for a little while was streaming on YouNow, which I actually really liked a lot, and a lot of my viewers didn't really care for it because they were required to sign up in order to watch, and it was a big thingamabob. I liked it because it was very interactive. The more people watched you, they got like points, and then they could spend the points to like buy a shout out in the video, and I thought that was a really cool. Because it wasn't just someone who watched your videos one time that you're giving, it's someone who was dedicated and watched your videos and has been helping you out for months and months and months, and then they get kind of something out of it. So I really liked that format. And then it got kind of weird because they merged with Blog TV, and that was all very strange. So I haven't really streamed gameplay, and God's honest reason is that I've never claimed to be good at video games. I'm maybe above average, But I'm not a pro. You should not be taking tips from me unless you enjoy like feeding in League of Legends and dying in BGs with PvE gear. Like really, like you want to know my playstyle, that's it. Like, and that's part of the reason I've been very discouraged from making in-game videos from streaming in-game is because there'll be people that will just sit there and tear you apart and you're like, man, you guys begged me to do this. So you just tell me how much I suck. I know I suck. I don't need you to tell me. So, I mean, that's part of the reason I haven't really live streamed. I really enjoy doing like vloggy type live streams where I talk and I chat, and that's very fun for me. But Twitch isn't the correct outlet for that, really. That's supposed to be a gaming thing. It uses Justin TV since Twitch came out, and I haven't really found my place here, I guess, as far as live streaming. So that's a future, maybe once the YouTube streaming format gets good. It's just still not very good yet. Blue hair.
Green, actually.
Sorry.
What kind of hardware or software do you use for editing and recording?
My camera is a Canon Vixia HF21 1080p. I think it's 30 frames per second. It's pretty beastie. I don't know what kind of mic I have. I don't even have it with me right now. I have a fancy tripod that I also don't know what it's called. And as far as editing, I use Sony Vegas Pro 11. Which is kind of complicated to use. I watch tutorials of this little 11-year-old British boy.
On YouTube.
Well, if you don't know what to do, then click on this button and this is hotkeyed. And I'm like, wow, you're so much smarter than me. Is this a British thing? Is this an 11-year-old thing? Like, I don't get it. Why not me?
Free education.
And,
my brother, his fiance, and I all play WoW, along with a group of friends. And we all have vampires, so it's just an extended family of WoW players, all four. Huh?
sounds amazing.
Yeah. But aside from the gameplay, it's the commentary, the conversations we have amongst each other. And I wanted to know, on your opinion, how we would go about recording that and then putting that on YouTube.
Fraps is a great program that you can use. And when you use it, it's pretty cheap. I think it's like $60 for a 2 or 3 year license. It's not expensive, and you can use it on multiple computers. And then you just like hit one button and it's recording. You kind of have to have a decent computer because if you record in full size, it the files are like enormous.
Pretty sure it's fraps and not facts, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Very important.
It's fraps and it's about 37, but you can use it on more than one computer, but not all at the same time. So you're going to want to buy a license for like 3 computers or 4. I'm so sorry that I bumped it on
No,
your
it's okay. I haven't bought it in a couple of years. So.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I would recommend Fraps, though. Fraps is Fraps, F-R-A-P-S. It's a really good program, and you can use it to record your in-game sounds as well as yourself. Although I would recommend downloading Audacity, which is a free program, and turning off the external input in Fraps so that if you're too loud or too quiet, you can turn yourself up or down. Anybody who watches my videos knows I'm horrible at that. So maybe you could be better than I am, but it's a pretty cheap program, and it'll record all of your friends on Skype, and then if you record yourself separately through Audacity, you can adjust your levels, and everything will be fine, and it's very good quality. It's to the point where when you are like watching it, you want to like move your mouse to adjust the screen because it looks so...
Oh, and just to make you feel better, I'm probably a worse player than you.
This is debatable. I'm going to get to him because he hasn't asked a question yet. And back to you.
With what you were saying about the catchy names, did it form like kind of a catch-22 with you when you created your account, when you were known by your World of Warcraft name and you were giving out your server?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I stopped doing that about 3 years ago because, and it's funny because even now people find out my in-game names and they get really mad when I don't respond, but like when you get like a bajillion messages, I like turn off that tab completely. Like I'm really not ignoring people, I genuinely don't see it. I turn my chat log in League of Legends down as small as it can go. Like when I'm in game, I am in my own delusional little world where YouTube doesn't exist, and I'm just a normal, terrible player that feeds. So I stopped giving out my actual character name because it was getting to the point of like harassment. People were like knew my name, so they'd just report me because they could, and you know it's the internet. So and then I made a mistake for a while. I would always talk to them every single time. Hi, thanks for watching my videos. Oh, but then you're their best friend. and then if you stop stop talking to them, you're a horrible, terrible, awful person, when the truth of the reality is you don't actually know them. So it's part of me keeping my sanity has been to turn off chat boxes. And it's nothing personal against anybody, although it's funny that you say something have any problems with TradeChat, because the U.S. Trade and Agriculture, whatever it's called for the government, was holding a Twitter discussion about international trade and didn't realize that the name TradeChat was taken. So at all these government meetings, they told everybody to tweet TradeChat about their thoughts on the agriculture trade. And I had very witty comments every time that one of these federal, like, how would they not look at my profile picture? I have freaking pink hair. What do I know about trading? Nothing. Like, what's that with? Pen silver? I don't know. Put it on the auction house. Don't put it on the neutral auction house. You get like a 30% cut. That sucks. Wait, I promised him and then you, okay?
Back to the hardware thing, like your computer specs, you know,
I know that I have an i5 Sandy Bridge processor, which isn't actually all that great. It's better for gameplay than it is for editing. When I render videos, it's a little slow. If I had an i7, it'd be faster, but I'm a patient girl. And I know I think I have 8 gigs of RAM. I have a decent video card. It's pretty good. I don't experience lag on Elegant, on ultra settings. I don't know if anybody plays WoW enough to know what Elegant is like, but lots of people on the floor.
don't stand up.
Yeah, don't stand in the fire.
Who do you play as in League of Legends?
In League of Legends, I actually really like to play support because I feel like I'm special, like I can carry everybody, although that's probably all in my head because I play with his best friend a lot, and he 80 carries, and he's like the nastiest League of Legends player in the world. He really doesn't need me. I just like to think I'm needed. Like, he can just 2v1 with Draven, and I just follow along, queuing with Sona, like, I'm helping, I'm Jarvan. I'm not Jarvan. So, I like to support. I like to play Sona. I really like Soraka, and everybody's like, Soraka sucks, and I'm like, you suck. I like AD carrying. That's probably why I'm in Bronze League, because I'm not fantastic at AD carrying, but I like to do it anyways. And then the like wrath of the pink heads, not ranked in League of Legends is what I like to think the 7th circle of hell is like. Maybe it gets better when you're not in bronze, 3, 4, that's not what I've heard. That's not what I've, it's pretty awful. In closing, I fear.
Hello. What games other than WoW and LoL do you play?
I play quite a bit of Minecraft, although I don't play with monsters on. I play creative mode. It's like Legos for grown-ups. Yes. I've built a lot of cool things. I never can build like replicas of things though. That's not the way my artistic brain works at all. Like I can't copy, I can't draw a picture. It's from my head and nobody understands it, but it's art. I like to play StarCraft really bad at StarCraft. Really, really bad. I played a little bit of Rift, although it's a little like prawny for my taste. I know the upskirt shots are a little gratuitous. I do have a PlayStation 3 as well as an Xbox 360. Although in November, Xbox 360 and I got a very large argument because they my account is like permabanned for no reason. I couldn't remember the password that I set 7 years ago. And then I couldn't provide the credit card from 7 years ago, so they permanently locked my account and all the games that I purchased, all my achievements. And I was like, I can send you my ID. Like, I can send you my social security card. Like, what do you want? Ma'am, I'm sorry, that's not the way this can be handled, and you need to calm down. I am calm! So I'm literally like boycotting Xbox. And this was before the One thing. Like, I am a hipster Xbox hater. I hated them before One. Negatives. Get that passion! Anyways, moving on. Anyone else?
For filmmaking purposes and short films, like what do you recommend?
Ooh, I have a friend who makes short films. He's super cool. He has like a Jedi braid and he makes like Star Wars. What? What? His name is Boder. Look him up. B-O-T-E-R. Boder. Sorry, I just got super excited. It's the second time in my life I've ever seen a Jedi braid. It takes Star stones to rock a Jedi brain. You, ma'am, you are awesome.
I like shaving my body.
Oh, that's so cool. You're kind of awesome. I truthfully only know how to make recaps and slightly retarded videos. No offense. I didn't mean that in an offensive way whatsoever, but really, I draw a mustache on my face. So as far as like actual art, I'm a bad person to ask, and I don't want to give you advice that I don't know enough about. I wish I had more answers. I don't want to give you bad advice. I really don't. Maybe find like a Reddit thread that is relevant to what you're doing and promote yourself there. That's probably a good idea. Is that a good idea?
Sure.
Yeah. I would just try to find things that are relevant and promote yourself there. I try to shy away from promoting myself because people kind of hate me on the internet sometimes. So I just try to like make my videos and mind my own business and stay over here, and that goes on over there, and it's fine. I'm not part of that. But I think the best advice I could probably give you is, I don't know, maybe, I guarantee there's like a /r short films, /r indie films, /r artsy films. And if you promote yourself there, there's probably a good community of people who are interested in the same things you are. And Reddit is a huge place for viral videos to start. So like,
the first thing that came to mind.
I don't watch much YouTube, to be totally honest. I should watch more. I kind of feel like I'm giving advice that I'm not taking. But I just, the hours in my day are really consumed by work and feeding in League of Legends. So I really don't. I have seen a few, because like I said, my friend Andrew makes them, and I've watched his, and he makes My Little Pony ones too. Does this guy get any cooler? Are you kidding? They're really cool. He has like a little animated pony that like, I don't know how he got it. Don't ask me. I don't know. But they like follows his friend around, and they have like adventures, and it's very whimsical. But I would just try to find people that do things that are similar to you, and I guess this is the same advice I would give anybody who's doing anything. I wish I knew more about that part of YouTube so I can help you more, but I don't want to give you false advice. I don't want to just talk out of my booster, because that's not fun or fair to you. But I would definitely look for Reddit subreddits that have to do with what you're doing, because that's an awesome community of people. You're not me. Umbreon.
How do you feel about your relationship with your viewers?
Okay.
Big
I
stalkers.
literally, no. Like people think I adore my fans. The thing is that a lot of people on the internet think that just because someone watches your videos that they're a fan. No. If you are commenting on my videos, shut up and take your clothes off. You are not a fan. And I am a huge proponent of telling people, don't feed the trolls, don't feed the trolls, don't feed the trolls. I am a troll feeder. Also a needed carry feeder. And I have gotten myself in trouble more than one time because I'll just be like, shut up and tell your mom to take her clothes off. The response is never really what I expected to be. Once in a while, people will get my wit. And another thing is that I am never, if you ever see me typing in caps on the internet, this is the voice I'm talking in. Whereas people assume that this is the voice I'm talking in. No, I am doing like a really derpy loud voice. And so I've capsed people before, and they're like, why are you yelling at me? And I'm like, oh, the internet and context. Sorry about that. So I actually really have this huge space in my heart for the people who watch my Surrender at 20 videos, because I've always heard that the LOL community is so bad. They're so mean, they're so trolly, they're so raging. Oh, they're the nicest
really are.
people in the world. The people who have watched my Surrender at 20 videos are legitimately responsible for drastically improving my content. When I made my first 2-3 Surrender at 20 videos, people literally were like, these are framed poorly, these are lit poorly, the sound is kind of bad, you should put some background music in, you should do this. It wasn't mean, it wasn't, this sucks, screw you, take your shirt off. Like, they were legitimate, like, good comments, and you know what, I applied them, and those same people were like, this is really a lot better, I am so surprised that you listened, and I don't know, we just have this really, we love each other. I love them. I really do. I wouldn't be, literally, I would not be here if it weren't for people who are actually fans of me. Or people that are looking to get big on YouTube. Hi. But I don't really appreciate the people that tell me to with clothes on. There's a whole internet full of prawns for that. I'll be on, yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about your current editing skills, and how much did you experiment with editing before you got to this?
I'm pretty good at editing these days. Just check out videos from about 2 years ago. Bad. There was a 6-month period where my audio just didn't match up with my video. And I did not know how to fix it. I did not. It was right before I dyed my hair pink. I did not know how to fix it. I had to consult that 11-year-old British kid. Pro tip, you hit U and it separates the audio from the video and then you can line it up. The real problem was I had this really piece of crap computer from Walmart that I paid about $400 for. And it was so bad and it had so little RAM and it had such a crappy processor that I could only edit based on the audio of my videos. There was no preview. My computer couldn't handle a preview. For the first 3 years I made YouTube videos, I edited based on what I said. So you'll see a lot of this in my videos. Because I didn't know that my head was turned. I had no idea. It was a learning experience. But right now I feel like I'm actually pretty strong at editing.
Do you still experiment, or are you okay with it?
11-year-old British kid. Once in a while I try new things, and I'll ask like Krendor knows quite a bit about editing. I have a couple other friends that do like machinima that know quite a bit about editing. But if you're doing super fancy editing, you're probably using like Final Cut, and I use Sony Vegas, which is a much more basic, not basic, that's not the right word, it's just not like, yeah, it's not like animating or doing anything special effects. I mean, I'm sure there are ways to do it, but I don't do that. But I feel like I'm in a good place right now, and I do try to do things every once in a while. Like, I don't know if this other video where the elephant went across my screen. I did that. I did that. I mean, it's always a learning experience. I like to think that each video is a little bit better than the last video. I don't know that that's true, but I like to think it. Anybody else?
About how many deaths you get in each feeding session of LOL.
Well,
and what lane do you normally get? What lane do you normally feed?
Being totally honest, I'm not that terrible. I like joke about being horrible, but if I'm playing bottom lane, I usually don't feed. It's when I get stuck like jungling or mid or top. Things like one time I got stuck being, what was it, Nidalee versus Renekton?
Oh, that's fun.
Oh yeah! If you enjoy brutal murder over and over and over and over again in an alligator lagging, shut up.
See you later.
And then they got mad at me for running to Baron for no reason. I was like, at least they're not getting gold for this. Reported. Report you. So usually if I'm bottom lane, I don't actually feed because I'm smart enough to stay under turret if I'm not winning my lane. But mid, top, jungle, oh, I've had some bad games mid.
How many times have you died to golems?
I don't think I've ever died to golems, although my first time jungling Fiddlesticks, I didn't know that his drain thing was a channel, so I just hit it and ran, and then died to blue buff in the first, like, you know, minute 55 of the game.
That's really a fear. Minute 55 when they appear.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks for rubbing it in. I appreciate that. I didn't know it was a channel. Next.
How'd you come up with your intro?
My intro was made. Oh wait, do you mean like that? Hello, interwebs.
No, the
actual animated intro. I did not make that. I don't have those kinds of talents. That intro was made by the most underrated YouTuber ever. His name is Lewtunes, Lewtuns, and he does video countdowns about cartoons and anime, and they're all really good, and they don't have enough views. They're awesome. Like he just did like the top 10 most annoying video game characters of all, or cartoon characters of all time, and like. They were so spot on. They were so spot. I mean, he does these awesome videos and he animates stuff. He actually is working on a game right now, which is, if you go to his channel, he hasn't actually uploaded anything animated in a while. And it's because he, like, literally animated this whole, like, it's in between LOL and a fighting game, if you can envision that somehow. It's super cool, though, and he's very talented. I literally emailed him and was like, I love your stuff on YouTube. Can you make me an intro? And he was like, I might be able to. 24 hours later, he had that in my Dropbox. I mean, he's like crazy talented. So I can take no credit for that. I had nothing to do with it. Yeah, I mean, he did everything. The Power Rangers shirt, everything. He's the best. I suffered.
Sorry, more Warcraft.
No, it's fine. I wasn't prepared. I need this.
How many level 90s do you have?
4 and an 89. Wait. I have a hunter. I have a paladin. I have a shaman. I have a mage. Yeah, and then my druid is 89.
What's 2 plus 2?
4. Nailed it.
Do other game developers, other than WoW, contact you a lot and ask you to do a let's play of their game or be in the alpha or be in the beta?
No, I don't know if I'm a... You're awesome. Thank you. I don't know if it makes me a bad YouTuber or a good YouTuber, but I will not promote a game that I don't play. I get tons and tons and tons of emails from like indie game developers. We have this new MMO. Do you want to try this game? Sorry, I don't. Right. I mean, maybe it is a great game, but truthfully, if it's not something that I would look at it and play, I mean, I've done a couple. Like, I really liked this game, RuneScape Overture, which was like a card game kind of, but then it had like fighting and action. It was freaking cool. And so, like, when they sent me that, they were smart enough to send me the Steam code in the first email, so they, like, tricked me into trying it. And then, like, 17 hours later, I was like, yeah, I'll put a video on this.
But you get a lot of invitations.
I get a lot of invitations, and I'm picky to the point where I feel like I might be rude. Because I am not interested in trying any MMOs. I'm sorry, I play WoW. I've played WoW for 5 years. I've made all of my success playing WoW. I'm not going to abandon WoW because you're going to pay me $100. I'm not going to do it.
Did you start WoW from the vanilla?
No, I did not. I started WoW right after Burning Crusade came out because, well, he's my fiance now, but he was my boyfriend at the time. Played a stupid amount of World of Warcraft. It was so annoying. And he like was in the zone, and I'd be like, hey, do you want to do this? He wouldn't even hear me. He didn't even hear me. Just no. It was like I wasn't even there. I might as well just not been there. And during that time, I amassed 6,000 ranked games of Halo because I spent so much time by myself. Thank you for that. So then I finally caved and I started playing World of Warcraft a lot.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Then he quit WoW for like a year and I still played World of Warcraft. Now I got to play it again and it's good times. But yeah, no, it was literally an argumentative, it was like a good 6-month period of time where I was like, I'm not playing your stupid game with your orcs and your trolls and your worlds. I'm not going to be that guy. And then literally I would go on these like no sleep binges. And I thought I was so cool. People would be like, do you play WoW? Yeah, I have a level 50 druid. What do you know about that? They'd be like, you're a baby. You're a WoW baby. I'm like, I'm not a baby. Duel me. And they're like, I'm level 70. I'll one-shot you. I'm like, you won't do anything. You know nothing about my tree.
It's a horse.
Oh yeah, I have a rainbow horn symbol. It's a thing. I got it at BlizzCon, last BlizzCon. They had like somebody doing spray tattoos. And I was like, can I have a horn symbol, but can I have a rainbow and with glitter? And they're like,
who are you?
So after a little convincing and like a $5 bribe, they did it. And then I got it tattooed like 2 days later because that's what cool kids do. And now it's really weird and cool because like a bunch of people have sent me like, look, I got your tattoo. And I was like, you should do that. It's not even that good of a tattoo. But it's really cool and flattering and it's like weird to think like, that's the thing about YouTube is you can really like inspire people. It's so weird. I don't even wear pants half the time. Why are you looking up to me? I shower an average of 2 times a week. And that's after being yelled at because I smell. Like, I am that gamer. I am that gamer who like doesn't know what day it is because my sleep schedule is a freaking joke. By the way, what time is it? Anybody got the time?
Don't care.
7:13.
7:13.
I'll be about 36 hours and 45 minutes. That's a healthy way to live your life. It's what happens. You like lose track of time. You don't know what day it is. You don't know what season it is. It was apparently raining in New York really bad. Unreal.
For your videos, do you have like a spot or like a room dedicated to your videos?
I do. I love it. I used to film in my office and it was very inconvenient. I don't know anybody who watched my videos circa a year and a half ago. League of Legends in the background in every video. Go somewhere.
Better than Leroy.
And then we got our new house, and it has an extra bedroom, and the extra bedroom looks like an electronics store vomited into a game store, vomited into a toy store, vomited into a comic book store. And it's amazing. And I love it. I have to pick between cosmic.
Okay, so I will not blame you or anything because I've never had time or anything.
You're blaming me for it.
Do you ever read any animes or watch them or whatever?
Yeah, you gotta make me do things to hand my nerd card in. You're a jerk. Okay, I'm coming out. I've like never made it through a real anime. I've watched like every episode of Pokemon for the first like 5-ish seasons. And then it got really weird with like the 9,000 new Pokemon and the voice actor for Ash. That was a strange time for me. And I watched Avatar The Last Airbender on Nickelodeon, but that's not really an anime because it was American, even though it's based on anime style. It was a really freaking good show. Every anime that I have attempted to watch has been animated porn. I tried to watch Rosario plus Vampire, and I just couldn't. What is that? It's like she's running, and the camera is here. It's here. It's not even like a thought of an obscure. It is like you can see her insides.
Speaking of which, I'm editing this for YouTube. Can you pause?
Bar's right there.
I'll try to.
What would you say to someone who's getting less interested in World of Warcraft? Because I've been getting less interested.
You do your thing. I'm not going to tell you what games to play.
Sell your account.
Doesn't hurt my feelings. I
$700 I got
I enjoy pet battles. I enjoy questing. I enjoy leveling up. I enjoy LFR. I like doing heroics. I like doing scenarios. I like raiding with my guild occasionally. I can't tell you what you do and do not like. And I get that question all the time. Convince me to play WoW again. I can't do that. Like if you want to play, awesome. If you don't want to play, that's fine. It's a game. It's not. I mean, even me, who's tattooed and kind of obsessed with World of Warcraft, I'm not going to tell you that that's how you need to live your life. Because if I listen to the way people wanted me to live my life, do you think I'd be wearing rainbow print Cheeto leggings? Maybe. Ew. Let's just not. Thanks. Oh wait, let me grab him because I've done a couple of yours.
Is there any other video game blogger on YouTube that you can recommend?
My friend Aveen, which is spelled really weird. It's like AEVYNNE. Close, maybe. She does really good video game vlogs. She does vlogs about all different video games. And she's kind of all over the place like I am. She's here, and then she's there, and then she's in another room. I don't even know what's going on. She's very fun to watch. I really enjoy Press Hard to Continue. My friend Brooke Dodger, she's really good. I really don't watch a lot of YouTube, but I would definitely say if you're interested in things that are not World of Warcraft or League of Legends, Aveen or Dodger would be great places to learn. Howdy.
Why is there no more Nico vlogs?
I don't know. Why is there no more Nico vlogs? Nico? Be lazy.
I don't have a better answer than that.
Leroy sitting on your lap, huh?
Oh my god, did you see the video where he attacked my face?
No, I saw the one where he's
Someone gifted it and I like watched it over and over and I was like, you think you wouldn't want to watch your own cat attacking your face? It's hilarious. And I was playing like, you're such a good kid. Like it's amazing. It's like the best video on YouTube.
Do you know that artist?
That is a great cat name. I have Tychus Finley, the jerk. And then I have Leroy Jenkins, best cat ever. Then I have Kieran, who's named after the Kieran Tormagus. I have a cat named Ninja. And then I have 2 dogs that are not related to gaming whatsoever, Stanley and Violet.
Get a dog named Timo.
Literally, I'm so done with puppies. Like, all of my dogs, I worked in a humane society for a really long time before I ever even knew what YouTube was. So all of my animals were rescued as adults. Except for Leroy, we got him when he was like 5 years old. But all my other animals were adults. And I never had a puppy before. Even like as a little kid, like I never had a puppy. I never want one. Like if I thought I didn't want children before I got a puppy, I'm positive I don't want them now. Because my God, 2 years old, and you do anything to piss that dog off. You screw up his routine, you change his food, anything. And he's like, I think I'm gonna go poop on the floor as punishment for whatever you literally not do. My pit bulls would never. Like I have 2 like rescue pit bulls. Best behaved dogs ever. Jack Russell Shih Tzu, he's a jack shit for a reason. That dog, let me tell you, he is, you walk him on a leash with the other 2 dogs and he is tough, man. He's a mastiff and you don't mess with him. Walk him by himself, he's up against you like, oh my God, I'm afraid of everything, everything's so scary. Terrified of thunder, and it makes no sense because he was very well socialized. The guy's an animal behaviorist. I know this stuff. No, he might not be a dog. That's the only real explanation. I love him because he's mine, but my God, is he challenging. I don't know how we got this. Anybody else? Umbria.
I had a follow-up question. Is there natural light in your game room?
Is there? Oh, no, I got these really cool lights. When I hit 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, like 80,000 subscribers later, because YouTube's really on time with things, they sent me a gift card that was like, hey, congratulations, buy some stuff for yourself. So I got studio lights that have natural white mock sunlight, which was, again, you can see some improvements because when I first got them, I didn't even consider the fact that they would glare like a mother-father gentleman off of my glasses, and it's like terrible. It's really bad. So now I've got them all aimed and positioned properly so that it's not really bad. But I do have studio lights. I actually often film at like 3, 4 in the morning because my sleep schedule is just, I'm pretty sure in order to call it a schedule, there would have to be some sort of consistency to it. It's like just a joke. Sleeping in general is a joke in my life. So like I often am filming in like the dead of the night. So it's actually really nice to hear that you've offered natural lights because they're not.
How did you and Nick meet?
I worked this really strange hour job. I worked at like, hi, am I taking up your time? Oh, I'm sorry. I worked at a call center where I got out of work at 11:30, but I was only like 19, so I couldn't go to bars or anything because I couldn't drink, so I used to go to the casino, and he worked overnights at the casino. And I put my napkin on a number on a napkin, that's how reality works. And then he called me, and I thought he was prank calling me, and I yelled at him because I'm a sweetheart. And somehow that didn't scare him off, it should have. I was really mean. Who is this? Who are you calling my phone? He's like, it's Nick from the casino. I'm so sorry. That's pretty much it. He put a lot of cherry. I asked for a Sprite with cherries in it, with a cherry in it, or extra cherries, and he literally would troll the hell out of me and gave me an entire cup of cherries with like a splash. Romance. Anybody else?
What's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie? Ooh, this is a hard question for me because I actually have a very short attention span. And if it's not interactive, an hour is a very long time to sit still. Favorite movie? It's probably going to be like some sort of weird children's Brave Little Toaster. Yeah. You want to talk about a terrifying scene in a movie where he's over the bathtub and the clown, he could die. That's terrifying. That was the OG Toy Story movie. The guy who made Toy Story actually did the Brave Little Toaster. Fun fact. Anybody else?
That's the worst part of being a Nerdvana.
That's a good one. I heard that.
I have to be very careful because I'm still contractually obligated, so I can't like say. I was on the show because my dad was like really sick. He had stage 4 cancer, and they had treated it several times, and it didn't work. The treatments didn't work. The only reason I even did the show was because I was trying to win the $100,000 so that he could go to Cancer Centers of America for like 2 months. And because I didn't win, they didn't show that. And instead they took all of my emotions about my dad out of context and used them to make the story interesting, which is fine. It's not a documentary. It's an unscripted television show. It's supposed to be entertainment. But it was very heartbreaking for me to watch because I went there with the best of intentions and easily came out looking the worst. But I think I handled it well. Like I don't have a grudge. Like it's fine. Somebody's got to be the bad guy. I'm pretty badass. I can see how that I would fill that mold. But the best part was definitely the people. And I know it didn't show it on the show, but I'm actually very good friends with several of the people. Mo and Celeste are coming to visit me over the summer. Alana is here. She's gone now, but she's here. We've hung out a few times because we live kind of near each other. So it's definitely the people. It was meeting people that accepted you for all of the weird tornado that you are. So it was overall a very good experience. It was just out of context on TV. Anybody else? That was an answer. You're next. Oh, thank you. I'm tired. I'm highly caffeinated right now. I had a 5-hour energy. It was pomegranate. It was yucky. But I powered through it, and I'm here. And I'm like only a little bit shaky, and I haven't fallen over yet. So all these things are a success. You're cute too. You're welcome.
How do you recommend leveling up? I believe the goblin druid.
You can't be a goblin druid. So.
I don't remember what it is.
As far as druids, you can be a night elf, you can be a troll, you can be a worgen, or you can be a Tauren.
So night elf.
OG druids.
Night elf, I think it is.
I wouldn't know. I don't play Scumbag Alliance. Anybody else?
Red Line is a really good energy drink, and you only have to drink half the bottle.
I like the 5-hour energy shots because it's literally like bam, and then it's over, and then you're like, I can see colors, which is normal if you're not colorblind, but the colors are it's like high definition colors. I'm starting to get slightly delirious. I apologize. Or you're welcome. I'm not sure. How entertained are you? That guy doesn't look entertained. I'm sorry. He's having so much fun. See? He doesn't even know what's going on.
No, I'm good. I'm just kidding.
I feel his pains. Those feels, I know them. Anybody else? Those feels. Cool. Thank you guys for coming and watching me. I have more panels. I don't know when they are. Check my Facebook. If you guys want a card, I have cards. They're just like business cards. It's not like a birthday card.
Cards. I don't know how I ended up here. I need a card.
If you want to come up here, I have a booth. They haven't told me where it is yet.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Someday I'll know. I've got some of my stuff from my Etsy shop that I make. If you want it.
Can I get you to sign my Murloc?
Yes.
Oh my
You even have to
Pink, that's why. I was like, what
so
is
I will
that?
let you guys go, and I'm sure there's someone else waiting to do a panel, and I'm like
Inside.
taking up all the time. And that's all.